Hi, hello everyone. My name is Myles,
Hi, my name is Faith.
and this is the Low Stitches podcast.
We are coming to you from Birmingham, Alabama on Saturday, December the 2nd.
Time is now
5:40.
Thanks.
You just struggle a little bit that I already had my tablet down because I was knitting.
And if you have already liked or subscribed, we thank you.
And welcome back.
And if you're new here, feel free to give us a like or subscribe.
And definitely leave us a comment. On anything we could do better, anything y'all want to know about us for the next episode.
So last episode it was brought there was a comment that was given to us. I believe her name was
Deidre.
Miss Deidre. She called she did ask that we give a little more information about ourselves because we obviously didn't do that the first episode. So my name is Myles. I've lived in Birmingham majority of my life. Majority of my life is we went to school in both of us actually. We went to school in Florence, Alabama, the University of North Alabama. I majored in culinary with a minor in business and later switched to just interdisciplinary studies where I was trying to combine the two. And yeah, that didn't work out so well, but we got through it. Yes, we did. What about you?
Once again, my name is Faith. Yeah, kind of the same thing. Lived in Birmingham majority of my life. Went to UNA. Studied interior design. We've been together for about 12 years.
Engaged for 3? Yeah, we got engaged during the pandemic.
Well, towards the end of the pandemic.
Towards the end, we still had to wear masks.
Yeah. But I think towards that time, masks were also becoming optional. So yeah, kind of towards the end of it. So yeah, we've been engaged 2 years. What else? What are some other hobbies you have besides knitting?
I play video games. I also play Dungeons and Dragons, D&D. I am a dice goblin. I love to collect dice. And also, I like playing Amgard, which is live action roleplay or LARP. It's been a minute since I've been able to make it to one of the part games, but I'm hoping to get back into it. Also, it's getting colder here, so I do need to make more garb. So I will be sewing something eventually. What about you?
Me, I enjoy playing. Well, I play video games as well, but I majority play on my gaming PC. I also do enjoy reading, watching anime, reading manga, gardening a little bit when it's not like freezing outside. Kind of enjoy working out. I just say kind of because I'm not consistent with it. I need to be more consistent with it. What else? Of course, I love like hanging out and messing with my dog. I think that's everything.
Oh, I forgot to mention I'm a baker. So I went to school for culinary arts, and my focus was going to be pastry. You want to start with acquisitions?
Sure thing. You got anything on your end?
Sure. I'll go ahead and show my stitch stoppers that I got from Fox and Pine Studios, I think. Yeah, Fox and Pine Studios.
I have mine here as well. I'm trying to get the little card out.
Right. So I also have a puppy. My puppy's name is Luffy from the anime One Piece, and he is very much a little devil, just to put it nicely, because he grabbed one of my stitch stoppers off of the couch and was munching on it. So if you can't tell, there are bite marks on the. You probably can see it better on the other side. Nope, not that one. The one in to my right. Yeah, you see where. Looks like this one has been in a fight.
And then mine are like these cute little like sky blue, like little foxes. So, yep. We need to get some because our stitches have been flying off the needles magically. Before now, they weren't a problem. Now they just keep slipping off. So that's why all the sweaters and stuff we're working on right now. So we just need something to keep everything in place. And my other acquisition, did you want to go?
Go ahead.
Okay. My other acquisition is for my Violetta pullover that I mentioned in the last episode. I did find some yarn for it. So I found it at our local yarn store called Knit Be Ham. This is the bag I got from there when I purchased the yarn. So, yep, so Knit Be Ham. They're a new local yarn store. And she had some Emma's yarn. So this is Emma's yarn. And this is her Hella Hank. And it's 600 yards. And the colorway is Himalayan Salt. And it's this gorgeous, like, light pink. Almost like cotton candy pink. So really soft, really light colorway. And this is fingering weight. And I'm holding it with Murky Depths Mirage mohair, and it's 72% mohair and 28% silk, and this is 459 yards, and this is the colorway Whisper. I'm holding this double to get my DK weight needed. So yes, this is what it looks together. But yeah, it's really
love those colors.
Thank you.
This is going to be the episode of notions for me. I actually purchased a set of barber cords from Knit Be Ham as well. These are great in my opinion. Not just because they can hold your stitches and you can just slide your needle back through once you back into your work once you want to start back, but also they're great for a provisional cast on. I would never thought of that myself. So I actually did that for one of the projects that I'm working on now.
You need to try that for next time we need to do a provisional cast on.
Yeah. I'm actually going to try it on my sweater that I'm going to knit for myself.
Which sweater?
The Aurora cabin sweater.
Oh, okay.
That's even less.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, so you provisionally cast on using your yarn in this. And once you get to the point where you need to start working those live stitches, you just slide the needle through and off to the races.
Okay.
It took me like 2 tries to get the hang of it. But once I got it, it was so easy and I loved it.
Okay, that's really good. Anything else?
I also bought the Flight of stitch markers from Coco Knits, and it has 5 different sets of stitch markers. I know this isn't a new thing, but it's something that I've wanted personally for a minute, and just hadn't had the opportunity to get yet. So it has a split set of stitch markers, which is basically sort of like the light bulb stitch markers or the stitch markers you get from I think Walmart or Hobby Lobby, where they clip into or can clip into a stitch.
So like kind of like the one that I'm using right here.
Right. They also have triangle stitch markers, small circles, the original circle which is the medium size, and a jumbo circle, which is for bigger size needles. And that's it for me for acquisitions at this point. No, it's not. I also bought a set of Lantern Moon cable needles, which I have left upstairs. So I'll probably show those at a later date.
And I will give I'll let you guys know how they work out, because I will be using them for my Violetta sweater, since I am to the part now where I'm going to be starting the cables, like the actual pattern of the sweater now. So
yeah, no, I'm not gonna make you go first.
okay.
So I have actually been tasked with knitting a couple of samples for our local yarn shop. So Isabel Rubio, the owner of Knit Beham, has asked me to knit both the Lent. Well, it started off with me knitting the first pattern, which I'm going to show you now, using Brooklyn Tweed Shelter and also a Colorway and Brooklyn Tweed Tones. This is Shelter in their Colorway Homemade Jam, which is a nice, lovely, deep red. And almost burgundy or wine red. This is 140 yards, 128 meters of yarn. American Tarji or Tarhi wool, Columbia wool, Tarji wool. And for the most part, I am loving this pattern. Well, I'm loving the pattern that I'm knitting, which is the Zig by Andrea Mowry. But for the most part, I am loving the yarn. I only have one hang up with the non-superwash wool or non-merino, is it doesn't...
This is what the pattern looks like,
Yes.
if y'all were wondering.
If you put too much tension on this yarn in particular, the yarn will break and you will have to either spit splice it together or just start anew. So, or start as if you're starting a new skein of yarn. But I have been enjoying it thus far. It is also knit with two separate colors which make up the zigzag pattern. One is also in Brooklyn Tweed Shelter. This is the Woodsmoke. Lovely beige or grayish brown color. And Goldfinch in their Tones base. So Tones is... One second, I can look it up. I should have took the ball band from the shop, but I didn't. Brooklyn.
And I'm currently in the middle of a row trying to work on my get my comfort fade Cardi started. So that's why if you see me looking down, I'm currently trying to finish here real quick. Did you already show the sweater?
No, not yet. I'm about to.
Okay.
So Tones is a three ply woolen spun worsted weight yarn in Columbia wool, or Columbia, or in Wyoming wool. That's what it's right there.
Yeah, Columbia wool.
Mm-hmm. And this is actually a bottom-up sweater. Me and bottom-up sweaters have a love-hate relationship because I am also knitting the Jones cardigan, which is a bottom-up cardigan. That is taking me quite some time. But this is actually knitting up pretty quickly. I am almost ready to split for to split and work flat in two sections. Starts off with, it has a split hem and a little color work. That's how you get your zigzag. So I'm loving how it's working up. Just wish it wasn't, just wish it wasn't a bottom-up sweater.
Well, what's your Jones? One is a finger and weight, fully cable cardigan. Oh, DK. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And the second sample I'm knitting for Knit Beham is called the Lento, which is by Joanna Hietala, It's spelled Hietala. So I may be pronouncing it wrong, and if I am, I'm so sorry. But it is a top-down raglan. It's very easy and simple knit that I'm thoroughly enjoying. And this is knit in Woolstock light blue sky fibers. It is 218 yards, 50 gram skein. In their color Red Rock. Nice bright red. It comes off brighter than it is, but it is a lovely red color. And we are actually holding it together with a, well, they're both new to, all four of these are both patterns have been new to me yarn. This is Ginger Twist Studio in the colorway Poison Apple. This is I think she said Scottish or Irish.
Doesn't that say on the thing?
No, it doesn't. But she is actually one of only 5 Scottish. Okay, so it is a Scottish yarn, and she's actually one of only 5 merchants that carry it at this point in the U.S. So this is their mohair base, which is called Leading Lady Lace. It is 72% fine kid mohair, 28% silk, and it has all these deep, lovely reds that fade into like a lightish pink color. And this is my progress so far. So I started on the Zig first, and she later contacted me and asked me to knit up this pattern. This is the back. No, this is the front. Okay. So yes, this is the front of the sweater. I have successfully split for the sleeves, and I'm currently working on finishing the body now. First time holding mohair and fingering together, and I am enjoying it. I may never knit a sweater for myself in mohair, but I do enjoy the process. Want to go now?
Sure.
Show your
Sure.
Violetta and your comfort faith.
Violetta.
They are both spelled the same way.
Just pronounced it. So here's an update on the Violetta pullover. Give me 1 second. The Violetta pullover by Claudia Q. So I've been knitting on this off and on. The main reason because of this nice, lovely folded. I don't know why I was gonna say folded brim. Is a folded collar. This took me a minute to get done because just doing the ribbing to a certain length took a couple of trial and errors, and then just the way I was following the video on how to do the folded collar as well took a minute, but it did give it this lovely finish to it right here. And then I also finished the back neck shaping. And now I'm actually going to start on the cables either tonight or tomorrow. Work on that because I'm also working on my Comfort Fade Cardi that I showed you guys the yarn last episode 4. And the reason I'm just starting on it, I was almost completely through with the increases when I got to the part about counting my stitches, and I was off. Way off count.
I don't think you were.
I think I was like 10 or more stitches off. It was like 10 or more stitches off. So I ripped that out Because at first, Myles was being a lovely person, and he was going to take back every row and see where I had got off. Mind you, I have been working on that every morning for an hour or two before work for about a week or two.
Yeah, she devoted a lot of work to it. I was trying to save it and I couldn't.
Yeah, and finally I just looked at him and I was like, you know what? I don't care. Just rip it out. I'll start over. So this is the progress now.
But it's okay though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's okay.
It's just showing that you have the conviction to do it correctly.
I do. I really do. That's another reason.
You want to know that you completed this product to the best of your ability.
Yeah. Honestly, that's also another reason the Violetta is actually the way it is right now.
I still don't see how it matters how you pronounce it. Violetta.
Well, the way that some other people pronounce it is Violetta, so yeah. But yeah, that's also
why. Let
us
know in the comments how you would pronounce it.
That's also why this has taken me a minute too, because just trying to get it kind of does a wrap and turn for the short row shaping, and I want to make sure I'm doing that correctly as well as make sure that the collar was lined up perfectly as well. So that took a minute as well. So my brain was it's been slow trekking on this. So I need to cast back on my Cover Fake Cardi as well to just give myself a larger weight project.
Yeah, every now and again you do need that thicker weight of a project.
Yeah.
So you can get that sense of accomplishment when you know you're going to devote a lot of time to something that's maybe a DK weight or fingering. Like half the shawls I have started or majority of the fingering weight projects I have started, I've worked on for almost a year. So it is definitely becoming a goal of mine to start, I guess, knitting somewhat more swiftly.
So kind of like becoming a fashion knitter.
Right. Because I mean, I've been working on these. I've worked I think I worked to get where I am on the Zig. I think I worked on that for like 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half.
Okay.
One of those. And this has been since she texted me on what date? The Lento I've been working on since.
That's also it for all my projects. So my whips, at least I have no finished objects this time around. So for the remainder of this, will just be I'll just sit and knit, as well as I've been wanting to catch on some thicker weight projects just to give me a break from fingering weight, because I have a lot of fingering weight projects on the go right now. Mainly shawls, and I have two fingering weight sweaters on the go. And I've been trying to find smaller projects like hats or something like mitts or something I could do. So I'll see.
I have been knitting on the Lento for 2 weeks. Well, less than 2 weeks actually. I started on the 22nd. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with a break for the holiday actually. So 1, 2.
Had to give yourself a little break.
No, it was just a holiday. I didn't take my knitting with me.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I seriously contemplated knitting taking one of these projects with me for Thanksgiving, and I didn't. So I will move on to one of my next projects, which is the Moonlit Madness Mitts from the Riot Witches book. I showed this pattern last podcast, and I was really excited to cast them on, so I quickly wound my Aladdin and Jasmine mitts. This is the front motif that I'm currently working on, and you can definitely see the motif turning out on the palm. There we go. And I have since given my projects a break so I can work on the samples that I'm knitting.
And this is what the mitts look like.
Definitely said I am gonna more than likely get the Riot Witches ebook, and I may knit I may either knit several or knit just about each, or I may knit a pair of fingerless mitts, a pair of mitts for each one, not each one for every other one. So mitt for half the patterns and mittens for the other half, possibly. I don't know yet. But this is a finger and weight pattern using Malabrigo sock. Aladdin and Jasmine are the colorway. It's 100% superwash merino wool. And for some reason, this looks like it's a Christmas project to me. So because the yarn is red and like a tealish green, so it's like a deep red, it's like a dark red and a teal green, or like a maroon and a teal green. It looks Christmassy to me. I can't get over it. It looks like these will only be worn for Christmas.
I think they're good like throughout the fall and stuff.
Quite
Besides,
possibly.
why do colors matte have to be what is it?
Labeled
For a certain time of the year. Like, why do you have to only wear certain colors during a certain time of the year? Like, that shouldn't matter. In my opinion,
it's just the first thing that comes to mind when I look at these colors together and how they're knitting up.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I know that they're not Christmas colors. The whole plan was to have like a pair of Arabian Night mitts to go along with the song. And it just strikes me as a Christmas pattern now.
Well, what if you did the Aladdin with like an orangish color? Would that make it more Arabian Night to you?
I feel like that would be too close.
Okay.
I feel like there wouldn't be enough contrast. Mind you, there doesn't seem to be enough contrast with the current colors, but I still... There are some sections you see where the Aladdin color goes to its lightest shade, and it's right next to the. So if it wasn't for that slight tinge of red, you wouldn't tell the difference. So you see right here where, in this section where the red and green meet.
Yeah, you can kind of see that. Yeah.
So yeah, that's been. It's not been a struggle for me because I still love the pattern. I still love the yarn. And I still want these desperately. My plan was to at least have one finished and duty call. So, and the next work in progress, I have a finished object. I have not blocked my finished object. I haven't blocked a lot of my knits. But I do have a finished object to I can show it. It's just I haven't woven in the ends and I haven't blocked it, so you will definitely see it twice. Once now and once when I wear it. But this is the Suriously Holey by Stephen West. If you can't tell, I love his patterns. And this is Big Sky Fibers and their Old Town Road or Old Time Road colorway. I don't recall. I know I did make a Ravelry page for it. And this is their Tennessee Whiskey colorway. So I actually bought this yarn in Florence, Alabama. And this was from the Shop Threads. I am actually closer to being done with this than I originally thought. I thought I still had a huge section to go. Turns out I am in like the border now. So I have started decreasing to make a that edge of the pattern that you saw. And I still have 2 full skeins of yarn. So these are the first skeins I had. So I am circling the drain on these 2. But the pattern actually tells you need 4. Old South. Okay. We're not Lil Nas X. No, it's called Old South.
I had to pull it up. I'm like, wait, okay.
I actually still have 2 full skeins of yarn to use before it's done. So I will definitely have more than enough.
And this is how the pattern looks.
I have just started right here. You see where it kind of decreases and they kind of interconnect. right in that border. I have just started that section. So it may eat up these 2 skeins and it may not. It doesn't feel like it because I don't even remember how many yards it was. But yeah.
What, for this whole pattern?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm on the page.
Or for the yarn I bought.
Oh. Yeah, the total yardage varies from 1,280 to
13,000. Okay. So it may very well eat it all up and it may not. You may see a pair of mitts out of this. I don't know.
Yeah, you're saying your yardage used would be about 18.
Oh yeah, I easily have over 500 yards left.
You can make you a whole hat and some mitts.
I doubt it. That's fingering weight yarn.
Okay.
And that is my last whip. Another thing that I haven't mentioned is I actually knit. I have thoroughly enjoyed knitting on my Chowgu twists. Not twists. No, twists, because yours is spins. Bamboo is spins, Chowgu twist. So I have thoroughly enjoyed knitting on my twist. I noticed that whenever she talks about her needles. I don't. I realized that in the last episode. So I actually have 5 sets of needles.
Interchangeables, yeah.
Interchangeable needles, yeah. It might just be 4. Let me correct myself. It may just be 4. I don't have knit picks. Oh, that's you. You count yours?
No, I thought you guys said knit picks.
Yeah, but those are wooden and I can't knit with wooden needles.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
So I have Chowgu twists in both the 5-inch and 4-inch needles. So that's 2 sets. I have the Knitter's Pride Zings and Knitter's Pride Carbons. So yes, I only have 4 sets of needles.
Okay. I have 5 sets of needles. Yeah. And actually the ones I'm using on my Comfort Fade Cardi, these are the
Knitter's Pride Royales.
Knitter's Pride, yeah, Royales. And these are wooden with a slight metal tip. As far as my Violetta sweater, I'm using the Chowgu.
That's as much metal as she can handle. She gets cold easily.
Yeah, this is the most the most metal I will ever have on my needles. Other than that, they need to be all wooden. So, but yeah, I have 5 sets of interchangeables. I have the Likey set, the short 4-inch.
3.5.
3.5 inch Likeys. I want to get the 5-inch one, so I have the longer ones. I have my Chowgus, my knit picks, my Royales.
Chowgu knit picks, Royales.
The
Likey. I think that's it.
Do we both only have 4?
Yeah.
I could have thought I had 5.
Revelations.
I don't know why I thought I had 5 sets of interchangeable needles. I guess not. Okay. Well, that's good because, like I said, I try to make sure. But it's just interchangeable. You have all the different needle sizes you need for different projects, which come in handy for the Violetta. I go from a size 5 to a size 6, so I don't have to look for a size 6 just in my set. And a lot of other sweater patterns I'm knitting, I have to change size. Or even with some shawls too, you have to do different patterns. Not different patterns, but different sizes. Needles. Yeah. So they're very convenient. And I started off with the knit picks interchangeable set just because that's a more affordable set.
That was the set we bought for when we were in college.
And first started knitting. So.
Yeah, I couldn't take it. I bought the Knit Picks Majestics in their cubics or their 4-square, so it was like square needles. I think I started knitting on those one day and I just snapped the needle without any intention on doing so. I was working. I heard it break, and I just sat it down. Like, okay, I can't knit right now.
And since then, he has sworn to only use metal needles.
Now, when Likey came out with their indigo ones, I considered it because of the lifetime warranty. There may still
indigo
be
or cypress.
Indigo. Well, Cypress is the copper ones.
Okay.
Not those are the ones I do want. I do want some Likey Cypress. But the indigo ones, they look nice and they were quite enticing. It's just I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to keep calling, and they're gonna eventually Likey will get tired of me calling like, okay, hey, we got to cut this lifetime warranty off. I don't think they can. But
was it my child? I said my child. Was it my Likey that you broke, or was it my Morales? It was one of them that you broke.
Why you gotta bring that up?
Because you didn't break it by knitting. You broke it because it was sitting on the couch or something. You accidentally sat on it.
You love to leave your knitting just sitting on the couch.
Yes, because the couch is where I knit.
The couch is where you knit, but you don't put your needles, you don't put your project in your project bag. You just leave it sitting on the couch.
If you see it sitting there, that should be like a caution sign.
The thing was, I didn't see it sitting there because it was under a blanket.
Oh, yeah.
You love blankets too.
Yep, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. As a cold-natured person.
So yeah, I broke her size 4s on her Royales by accident. So I wound up I did replace those. We went up to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Fortunately, because Knitter's Pride has discontinued them. They discontinued the Royales and the Carbons. So we lucked up and got them when we did, but it's like, okay.
If I need to find a replacement now, we really have to look for a store that carries them.
That's why I stay away from her needles most of the time.
But funny
unless she asks me to help her.
Yeah, but funny enough, I am a tight knitter.
It has not broken a needle.
Yeah, I've not snapped a needle. Unless you count the DPN I stepped on by accident, and that was an interesting time because that was like the first year we were running out to Super Summer Knits together.
That was the first year you ran out to Super. Yes. I had to work.
Yeah, you had to work, and I went up with our knitting group in college, and I was busy getting ready. I was rushing, and I think my DPN was like on the floor for some reason. This shows you how tidy I am. Accident. Yes, very clumsy and accident.
So you're seeing the theme here, right? Like she's leaving her needles in dangerous places.
Hold on, let me finish. So at least when I stepped on the DPN, it went between my toes. Luckily, and luckily it wasn't deep, so they were just to pull it out right quick and slap a Band-Aid on it. Because I was still gonna go to the little
she was determined she was gonna go buy some yarn.
Yep.
She was determined. She was prepared. Money burning a hole in her pocket. Yep. She was going.
And I saved up my tips because I was working at Taziki's as a cashier / server there. And yeah, I had graph vector Band-Aids. Put one on my like between your like toe area right quick, and we hopped in the car and went.
What else should we talk about? Oh, yes. So I am not an avid reader, but I am slowly entering my reading era of my life. So we have been reading Fourth Way by Rebecca Yarros. And this is a great book. I am thoroughly enjoying it. It has all of the things I enjoy. This book has magic and dragons in it, and I am loving it so far. I am 6 chapters in, and I've only had it. I started it. I didn't start it when I bought it. I wanted to, but I waited a couple of days. I bought it on Black Friday. It was $14 for the hard copy. I was excited.
Yeah, because if all of us avid readers used to remember back in the day, our hardcover books cost way more than $14. As far as for me, I've been reading Fourth Wing through Audible, so I can listen to it while I'm at work. It has been a purely work listen for me.
Where is your dog behind?
She just chose to live right there. Apparently, that's where her new spot is. But I have been listening to that for it took me about a week, and even then, but by the time I technically finished the book, I only have like 7 hours left of it. The second book is now out, so I gotta
find that one now.
Yeah.
Well, Probably just pay the regular price for it. I can't be lucky my whole life.
I don't know. That one might be on sale because I know on Audible right now it's on sale a little bit. So I'm hoping for it to get a little bit more. I think right now it's like $26 on Audible, so it's not too bad.
Where's that tape measure?
Right here. So yeah, so we've been reading. He's been reading that. I've kind of finished it, so I've been trying not to like spoil it for him. Yeah. Anything else?
Like, we are going to get a Ravelry group started. That is in the works, and hopefully, here in a little while we can do some knit-alongs. Maybe if you all or if anyone following us wants to do a knit-along with us, or you maybe enjoy a certain pattern, let us know.
Yes, definitely let us know, like, different pattern designers that you guys are enjoying, or any new patterns that are coming out you guys are looking forward to. Oh, speaking of which, we were thinking about doing the Hyper knit along by Stephen West.
We couldn't get a kit from Stephen, but
I mean, correction, we couldn't get the Life in the Long Grass kits which
we loved, the gilded one and the frosted morn one or something like that.
Yeah. He also had one on there, which was the what is it? Is hold on. I took a screenshot of it. I'm forever taking screenshots of stuff. That's the only way my brain can remember stuff. This is the Peach Sangria by the I cannot see the name of this. Can you see on the bottom?
It should say it.
Where? I took the screenshot exactly at the spot. Oh wait, I can just go to the website. Thank God for the screenshot technology. Let's throw it out now.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Slistergeist or something like that?
Yeah, it's SYSLERIGET. This was the Peach Sangria kit he had online, but as you can see, it is sold out. His kits have basically, a lot of them already sold out for this knit along.
But one of the things is, I think he did say if you reach out to them by email, they will help you build like a color palette.
Yes. So we are probably gonna. Luckily, the cast on date for this one isn't until December 26th, so there's plenty of time to get in on it. So we are thinking about knitting that shawl because we've looked at it. It's really pretty. You're doing a lot of different textures, so that will be something fun to do, especially going into the new year. So, and it's a 5 skein shawl pattern, and it is going. What is a gradient or a fade?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I forgot. I said I was gonna show my. I said I was gonna show my finished object.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you can go grab that right quick while I look up more of the.
It's in the next room.
Oh, okay, awesome. Let me go back to the website so I can pull up the pattern. Where is it? Because I believe he says this is a fade for the.
Yes, it's a 5 skein fade.
Yeah, 5 skein. Yeah, so it's a fade. So yeah, so Myles and I will be trying to get some yarn together for that. We don't know if we're gonna do Life in the Long Grass or we're gonna find like Malabrigo, Malintosh, or Emma's yarn. So what you guys show? What you got to show?
So I finished the Shawlography finally. Woo! So this is the 2021 was Shawlography. I go through this every time. 2022 was Twists and Turns. 2023 was Geo Gradient.
Yes.
So yes, this is the 2021 Mystery Knit Along for Stephen West, and it is immaculate.
And this is before blocking.
Yes, before blocking. And funny thing enough, he said he didn't use pins.
Okay, so he just kind of just wet blocked it and.
Yeah, he wet blocked it and kind of stretched it out a little bit, and it drapes like that.
Okay. Well, yeah, because it's all fingering, so.
But yeah, the fact that it just drapes and you don't have to pin
awesome.
it out,
that's really nice.
That's amazing to me.
Well, then too, with your border, you won't have to. With the border I'm doing on mine, I'll have to pin
Yes,
it.
you will have to. You will definitely have to. But this is all, well, not all. This is knit in both Malabrigo sock and Emma's yarn. So I have finished something. And was able to show something for the podcast. Look at there. Got anything else?
No. I just hope everyone has a good week, and hope
We will
everyone's
definitely try and stay on track now.
yes, that is her.
Starting off the month strong in
Yes.
December.
Yes.
Yeah. Ending the month with Thanksgiving and having to go see family.
Yeah, crazy work week.
Crazy work week. Crazy work life.
Yeah, work life in general. Yeah, I think that's really it too.
All right. Well, we hope that you'll join us once again in 2 weeks. I promise I'm going to keep us on track this time.
And I will definitely get back into my knitting mojo. I've kind of renewed it now that I've gotten to a good point with my Violetta pullover and my Cover Fake Cardi. I'm getting back on that. So hopefully I'll have more whips to show. There definitely is not a finished object in my near future.
You don't know that.
Unless
That
the
Violetta
magic...
may knit and Violetta,
Yeah.
one of those. Once again, it's spelled the same way, pronounced differently.
Just like there and there.
Yeah.
But
Those aren't the same word.
what do you mean? Well, they sound the same or spelled differently.
Yeah. But you never know. You may knit that and bust it out in like 2 or 3 weeks.
I don't know. It has cables. I'm comfortable with cables. What's kind of throwing me off? Hopefully the lace is it's not a giant lace panel on it. Ever since doing the Oracle and I had like a giant lace section and it was a circular pie shawl, my lace on that is very disfigured. Not really disfigured, but you can tell it's off. And it kind of turned me off with lace for a minute. I mean, I have other patterns I want to do that do have like lace sections and some shawls. But yeah, so I'm just gonna really want to take my time with this and kind of try to build my confidence back up with lace. Because cables I have no problem with. Lace, yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see.
What I would suggest personally,
Mm-hmm.
what got my lace mojo up was knitting a smaller project.
I do have a smaller project. I also have my 3-color cashmere cowl
That's
I need to work on.
Because that's how I actually got my lace mojo going.
Okay.
I knit the suburban wrap and it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when you're doing it over so many stitches.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was great speaking. It was great talking to you, speaking with you all again. Like I said, we'll see you in 2 weeks. And thanks for watching.
Happy knitting.